Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum,
And I'm Sam.
and today we're doing Chivas Regal 12.
Alrighty, so today we're doing Chivas 12. Let's pour ourselves a glass. Now, this is one that, everyone knows it. And I feel like everyone should have at least had it some way, shape, or form at some point in their lives, whether it was celebration or because they actually particularly enjoy it. But it's pretty run-of-the-mill Scotch. It's pretty similar to like a lot of Johnny Walkers. You'll find a bit easier on the palate, less. You'll definitely find a bit less smoke and complexity, but it's probably a bit more enjoyable for a lot of newcomers.
Yeah.
It's 40%. This one's 12 years old, obviously, and it's a Speyside. All right, so this is the first time I've come back to Chivas 12 in quite a while. It smells pretty standard, pretty stock standard in what I remember as well. Quite similar to like a Dimples 12. I don't know. It's a bit more. I can't really describe it as I can't come up with a comparable Johnny Walker. It's in that budget range, but I don't know. Johnny's a bit more harsh, metallic, even some smoke. This one's really easygoing. It's really like polished, and it's just all rounded edges. There's just nothing there that really jumps out at you, except for a little bit of an initial kind of like ethanol-y punch when you first pour it out. I noticed on the nose, but
yeah, there sure
is. It goes away very quickly. So there's nothing really particularly difficult about this, but we'll give the notes on it.
It's very similar on the nose to another, like a low-budget Irish, I reckon. Like, can't remember what it was.
Irish. Yeah, it's quite akin to an Irish.
Maybe like a Jameson. It's kind of got Jameson, and the Chivas kind of have that low ethanol burn.
Yeah, it's just complete smoothness. maybe even some Japanese. I would relate it to, because a lot of Japanese I find that as well.
Actually, now that you said that, the cheetah,
cheetah's a bit like that. Yeah,
actually tastes pretty similar to cheetah as well. It's a bit smoother, a bit more rounded than the cheetah, but now that you've said that, I'd compare it to the cheetah, I reckon.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure what barrels they use in the 12. It's obviously a blend, but I'm not sure what the specific barrels are, if there's any sherry or anything. There's definitely some of that malty, super sweet fruit funk, but I'm not sure if it's specifically because of sherry casks.
It's like a creamy malt. There's a lot of vanilla and caramel notes on the nose.
I get like custard.
Yeah, custard, I guess, yeah.
It's like this thick sweetness.
It's very pungent.
It is pungent, yeah. That's a good word for it. It's pretty thick. I'm not really getting much in the way of like citrus though. Maybe like some lemon peel squeezed over the top.
Yeah, maybe.
Like the oils.
I get more honey.
Like
a lemony honey, if that makes any sense.
I get more like overripe fruit than anything particularly citrusy or fresh.
It's actually a whole lot more interesting than I remember on the nose, I'm not gonna
lie. But I don't think that normally the friendly whiskies are the ones that people will say you don't really need to sit with and analyze. But for this, I feel like it's actually, that is the case though, that you probably should sit with this, not because it's super difficult to really take out all the flavors and notes, but because it's so simple that if you just enjoy it without thinking about it, you really miss a lot of what is actually there. Because it's really, and I think that's kind of the benefit of stuff like this, is that it's so beneficial for entry-level whiskey goers who don't know how to really delve deep into a whiskey and take out specific notes. But it's actually still pretty decent for, pretty well-versed whiskey drinkers, because I can get a fair bit out of this now that I sit with it.
Back in the past years when we weren't entirely into tasting whiskies, getting all the nuances out of them, I would pick Chivas and just shot it with a couple of mates.
Well, it's just such an easy whiskey to shot.
That's it. It's so easy. There's no burn.
Yeah.
But actually sitting down now, actually nosing it and tasting it, it's actually a little bit more complex, and it's kind of interesting to see. You can not pay that much and still get a few complexities out of the whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to just taste it. I haven't tasted it yet.
I just did. I couldn't hold back.
Oh, it's sweet.
Very sweet. Yeah. It's very vanilla rich on the taste.
Super vanilla, yeah. Kind of like those dried banana chips as well.
Not so salty. Just like really caramel, like a caramel kind of saltiness.
Yeah, like that malty cereal sweetness as well. Kind of tastes like Kellogg's. More the finish though. It's a bit waxy as well. A bit walnutty.
You still get that like ethanol flavoring
Definitely,
as well. Which I mean is kind of, I mean it's not ideal, is it? Having an ethanol finish?
No, but it's not. It's still not. I feel like the nose was more interesting.
Nose was definitely more interesting.
It's still pretty tasty though. I enjoy it.
I think this is a whiskey that wasn't so much designed for what we're doing. It's just designed for the wider audience. That wood shot or wood mix. Because I reckon if you mixed a Coke with this, it would marry perfectly. I reckon.
Yeah, this would be good. Good Scotch and Coke would be pretty good. We should try doing that, testing out what the best budget Scotches are.
Yeah.
To mix with Coke, because you don't want to be mixing expensive Scotch. If you want to, go for it, but I'm not going to do that with my wallet.
I want to see if like the Chivas 18 or something is more interesting to drink. How we are now.
Yeah. Do you have the Chivas with you? The 18?
Not the 18, no.
Yeah, I don't have an 18 with me.
I've only brought up to the 15 because to me they all kind of say a bit similar, and I didn't want to pay the extra $30 or $40 for an 18. This is going to taste the same as the 12. But
yeah, and they do taste very similar. They often do. Just there's not a whole lot. It's like the Dewars. There's not a whole lot in the way of variation with flavors. They're a bit more rounded, a bit thicker, but that's about it. Nothing else.
If you guys have had the 18 and you think it's very either similar or there is some differences between the 12, let us know in the comments, because I'm not entirely sure if I want to pay $80 or $85 for an 18 of the Chivas. But if you guys say it's worth it, I might as well lash out and we'll make a video on it.
Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. Give us a like and a sub if you enjoyed it. Check our links below to our socials and stuff like that. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.